that beautiful, sparkling diamond on someone's finger is probably one of the worst financial decisions they've ever made. That sounds harsh, I know, but it's true. The diamond industry is built on a single, brilliant, century-old lie. A lie that makes us spend thousands of dollars we don't have on a rock that loses over 50% of its value the second you walk out of the store. Think about it. You spend 3 months of your salary on something that's worth less than the TV you bought last year. It feels like a trap, a tradition you can't escape. But what if I told you this tradition isn't a tradition at all? It was invented by a single company for a single purpose: to get rich by manipulating your emotions. Stick with me for the next 11 minutes, and you will learn how the most successful marketing campaign in history tricked the entire world, and how you can break free from the pressure. Let's start with a simple belief we all have. A diamond engagement ring means love. It means commitment. It means forever. We see it in movies. We see it on TV. Our parents and grandparents had them. It feels timeless, like it's been that way since the beginning of history. And for a long time, that belief seemed to work. A diamond was a clear and powerful signal. It said, "I'm serious about this." It was a public promise. But that feeling, that deep cultural instinct, is exactly what they want you to feel. Because the moment you connect an object to a powerful emotion like love, you stop thinking about its price tag. You stop asking if it's actually worth it. You just accept that this is the way it's done. You have to buy a diamond, just like you have to pay for groceries or your phone bill. It's just a fact of life. Except it's not. So who is they? For most of the 20th century, the diamond industry wasn't really an industry at all. It was a monopoly, a cartel, run by one all-powerful company, De Beers. In the late 1800s, massive diamond mines were discovered in South Africa. Suddenly, the market was flooded, and this created a problem. Diamonds, it turned out, weren't actually rare at all. They were just shiny, fairly common carbon crystals. And when something is common, its price goes down. So De Beers, led by men like Cecil Rhodes, came up with a plan. It wasn't about finding more diamonds. It was about controlling them. They bought up virtually every diamond mine they could. They created a single channel that controlled the flow of diamonds to the entire world. They created artificial scarcity. They were sitting on mountains of these rocks, but they only let a tiny trickle out each year, just enough to keep the prices ridiculously high. But even that wasn't enough. They needed to make people want them. This was the 1930s, during the Great Depression. Nobody was buying luxury items. Diamond sales were plummeting. People were doing everything right, working hard, saving what little they had, but they were still falling behind. A diamond was the last thing on their minds. This created a silent frustration. People felt stuck. The idea of spending a fortune on a ring felt insane. De Beers was facing a disaster. They had a monopoly on a product that nobody actually needed, and fewer people even wanted. They needed a miracle. And that miracle came from an advertising agency on Madison Avenue. The plan they came up with was so brilliant, it's still taught in marketing classes today. It had 3 simple parts. First, link diamonds to the one thing that never goes out of style: love and marriage. The ad agency, Ayer, was hired in 1938. Their goal was to create a new tradition out of thin air. They started placing diamonds on the fingers of famous Hollywood movie stars. They commissioned romantic paintings with diamond rings as the centerpiece. They even sent lecturers to high schools across America to give talks to young women about the importance of diamond engagement rings. It was a full-scale psychological operation. Then, in 1947, they launched the single most effective advertising slogan of all time. 4 simple words. A diamond is forever. That slogan brilliantly suggested that a diamond, like your love, was eternal, unbreakable, precious. The second part of the plan was to answer the question, okay, but how much should I spend? De Beers invented the answer. First, they pushed the idea of 1 month's salary. When that worked, they got greedier. They pushed it to 2 months' salary. In some places, like Japan, they successfully pushed it to 3 months' salary. It was completely arbitrary, a number made up by advertisers to get you to spend more money. Which brings us to their third and most important secret: destroying the resale market. Think of the entire diamond economy like a casino that uses a broken scale. When you buy the diamond, you're paying the price on the broken scale, a price based on emotion, marketing, and artificial scarcity. But what happens when you try to sell it back? Suddenly, the casino uses a real, accurate scale. And you discover that the rock you bought for $5,000 is only worth maybe $2,000 in the open market. Why? Because De Beers can't have you competing with them. If a huge secondary market existed, people would buy used diamonds and the price of their new ones would collapse. Their entire empire is built on selling you a product at a wildly inflated price and making sure you can never sell it for what you paid. So when you feel that pressure, that stress in the jewelry store, when you see that price tag and your stomach drops, I want you to understand something very, very clearly. This is not your fault. You are not failing a test of love. You are not a bad partner if you can't afford a huge rock. You have just been the target of the most sophisticated, emotionally manipulative, and longest-running marketing campaign in human history. That feeling of confusion is by design. That feeling of pressure is by design. But once you see it, once you understand the game, you can't unsee it. The narrative flips. The fear of not spending enough turns into the control of knowing what you're actually buying. The confusion over price turns into clarity about its real value. The key insight is this: a diamond is not an asset. It's not an investment. It's a retail product. It's a luxury good, like a designer handbag or an expensive watch. It's a consumer product that loses value over time. And there is nothing wrong with buying a consumer product that you love, but you should do it with your eyes open. So, what does this mean for you in the real world? It doesn't mean you have to be against diamonds. It just means you can be smarter about them. Here are 3 simple actions. First, what to stop doing. Stop thinking of a diamond ring as a financial investment. It is a purchase, not an asset. It will not hold its value. It will not help you build wealth. Once you remove the financial pressure from the equation, you can make a much clearer decision based on what you actually want and what you can comfortably afford. Second, what to start doing. Start asking different questions. Instead of, is this diamond good enough? Ask, what is my actual budget? And even more importantly, what does my partner actually want? Maybe they don't want a diamond at all. Maybe they'd prefer a different stone, like a sapphire or an emerald. Maybe they'd prefer a lab-grown diamond, which is chemically identical to a mined one, but costs 30 to 50% less. Or maybe that money would be better used for a down payment on a house or an unforgettable honeymoon. The point is to have an honest conversation, free from the marketing pressure. And third, what to understand long-term. Understand that the real value of a ring is purely sentimental. Its value is the story it tells about your relationship, and that story is not measured in carats or dollars. If you love the diamond ring, that's wonderful. Buy it. wear it, enjoy it, but love it for what it represents to you, not for the price tag that a corporation invented 100 years ago. So here's the bottom line. The diamond engagement ring is not a timeless tradition of love. It's a 20th century marketing invention designed to sell a common crystal at an artificially high price. Knowing this doesn't ruin the magic. It gives you power. It gives you control. It allows you to make a choice based on your own love story, not someone else's business strategy. If this video opened your eyes, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. We release animated documentaries every week that break down the hidden economics behind your world. And let me know in the comments, has this changed how you think about diamonds? Next week, we're diving into the music industry to reveal the secret company that has been quietly buying up the rights to all your favorite songs. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching.